Hello, everyone. Welcome to RooTunes, your go-to podcast for music lovers exploring the industry and the sounds that move us. We are your hosts. I'm Scarlett Gottschalk.
And I'm Lily Bremer.
This is our first ever episode, and I'm really excited. Are you excited?
I'm super excited, especially because we have some really good conversations. I feel like we're going to have some good times.
Yeah, we've got a lot to talk about because today we're doing our favorite and least favorite artists. So hopefully you guys can get to know us a little bit. Let's get started. Do you want to go first?
I think you should go first.
Oh, gosh.
I'll leave it to you.
Okay, I'm starting with my number 3. And there was a pretty big tie for this one, but I inevitably ended up going with Pitbull. And here's why. Number 1 reason, he makes you want to dance. That man will always put you in a good mood.
Can't argue with that. I mean,
Always puts me in a good mood.
on a boat, dancing around, acting crazy, Pitbull is the number 1 person.
You already know. And I also really like him because he is all about positivity and acceptance and all that jazz. So, and they're just like, I will admit that some of his songs are kind of cringy, but he's an OG. Like,
They were good for its time.
Totally.
They're always good. My mom's obsessed with them too, so I think she has pretty good taste.
yeah. Well, except for some of her country music.
Let's not talk about it.
I'm sorry to the country lovers out there. I do appreciate some country music, but when it comes to white suburban moms, no thanks.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I can agree with that statement, actually. Country music makes me cringe inside, just a little bit.
And one last thing, I went and saw him live with a couple of friends, and it was amazing. Like, literally best moment of my life. Changed my perspective about him because, I did have an appreciation for him, but until that moment, I really didn't love him as much as I do now.
I'm
So,
actually pretty jealous that you got to see him. Was it Starlight Theater?
yes. It was really good. There was a conga line. I went all the way down by the stage. Iggy Azalea was there. Topped it off.
Oh my gosh, I want to see her so bad. Genuinely. She is beautiful.
It was really good. She was the, what's it called? Like the pre-show?
A headliner?
Yeah.
Is that what it? No. Opener?
Yeah, opener.
We'll
She
go
was
with
the
that.
opener. And it was really good. So, all right. What's your number 3?
All right. I'm going to say Don Toliver because I'm obsessed with him. Let me preface by saying Scarlett and I, when we met each other, we bonded over one specific song by him. You all probably know it. No idea.
How do you not know it?
How do you not know it? And if you were on TikTok at the time especially,
Yes.
How do you not know it? It's an iconic song. It's beautiful. A lot of people think that Don Toliver is just a rapper, just like the rest,
He's not.
He's not. He's different, okay? First of all, he has such a specific sound, his voice. I mean, are we kidding? You hear it and you know it's him.
Yep.
And also, the flows of his music, they're beautiful. He doesn't just rap. He can also sing amazingly, in my opinion.
Yeah. Even without the auto-tune. Like, when we saw that man live, best moment of that entire festival, me and Lily went to Rolling Loud this past summer. And it was a great experience. But Don Toliver was definitely my favorite performer.
I agree.
Like, he played all the good songs. He played No Pole, No Idea,
Oh my
Too Many
God.
Nights, because Too Many Nights is my favorite song right now. That's what I've been listening to.
Gotta love Too Many Nights. And people are sleeping on No Pole. It is so good. It is just, he makes the best music to just dance around, and definitely a different vibe from Pitbull. Okay.
Yeah,
But nonetheless, girl, I'm going crazy to Don Toliver.
With his music, you can literally vibe with it. Like, you could play it when you're just chilling and you can vibe, but you can also get up and dance to the same song. So, like, his versatility, it's amazing.
Agreed.
Like, he's an artist.
Agreed.
Well, let's move on to number 2.
Ooh, I'm excited for this one.
Number 2 is SZA.
I knew it.
Need I say more? Need I say more? No. She is beautiful, first of all. She's a queen. Her vocals in every single song she manages to pop off. And every single one of her songs, especially in her new album, they're all different, but they all connect in a way that's like, it's just art. And every single one of her songs has amazing lyrics. It's one of those things that's like, you feel something when you're listening to her music, no matter what she's talking about. Like, it could be completely unrelated to anything in your life, but for some reason you can still listen and vibe and feel something with her music. At least that's what I take out of her music. Like, she has gotten me through some hard times.
You literally have a tattoo for
yes,
SZA.
I do. It's conceited.
Because we got to be conceited sometimes, okay?
You got to. And
self-love.
It's not even about being selfish, you know. So sometimes, like, that's how you can take it. But it is self-love and knowing when to put yourself first and just really not caring about what other people think of you or judgment or anything like that. And I feel like she is very much that girly. Like, she's going to say what's on her mind and she will not care.
And she's hot,
Yeah.
okay? She is beautiful. And a lot of people are going crazy because she's dating Travis Scott, whatever. But come on now. She is that girl, okay? She is.
Personally, I ship it.
I do too.
I think they look good. Like,
I agree. And I love Travis Scott too. So I think their music just, I don't know. They're kind of on the same level in my opinion.
you know, I will say, when he was featured in one of her new songs on her new album, what is that song called? I can't remember the name of it. Anyway,
I can't either.
personally, let me just look it up real quick. Open Arms. I personally thought it was not good.
Were you about to say trash?
Yes, I was about to say trash.
I saw it. I saw you. I kind of agree. However, SZA was featured on Travis Scott's album and she sounded beautiful. She never lets me down.
Never. I think her part in that song was good. However, everybody else, kind of mid. Mid for me. But yeah, I mean, they're cute together, and when they, like, I've seen videos on TikTok and stuff of them together on stage, and they just look like they're having a good time.
Yeah.
Like, they look good together. So.
And, sorry, last thing. If you haven't watched her music videos, watch them.
Watch them.
Especially Love Galore, which was with Travis Scott. The connection was unreal, and that is literally just one of my most favorite songs ever. So, I'd say SZA is a very reasonable number 2.
She is. She's a very close number 1. I honestly think. She's pretty close for me.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to share my number 2, and this should not be surprising.
I think I know.
It might be controversial.
Okay. I think I know.
Because I know not a lot of people like him. Playboi Carti. Is that what you were expecting?
I was expecting Travis as number 2.
You know what? He's not even on the list today.
Wow.
Because he used to be my top dog.
Mm-hmm.
But recently, I feel like I've grown out of him just a little bit.
Yeah.
But Playboi Carti has really his music has raised me ever since I started, like, kind of maturing, started going into high school. He really started dropping some bangers.
Yeah.
So I had to put him at number 2. And it was hard not putting him at number 1, but there is definitely someone more worth having the number 1 spot. But his best album, Die Lit, hands down, okay? My boyfriend literally has it tattooed on him. We both love it so dearly. What's up with the tattoos?
I don't know.
The tattoos with the artists.
We have a connection.
Yes, it's a real connection, okay? And yeah, he just has the music that makes you want to party and just have fun. It immediately puts me in a good mood, and it's just so, like, contagious. I don't know.
Yes.
To sing to. And I don't know if many of you know Middle of the Summer, but that song on Die Lit was the first song that really put me onto his music, and Location, but that's not on Die Lit.
Location is good.
It's beautiful. We saw him live as well. So
yes. Oh, he was
great.
Yeah.
And Location was beautiful. So 10 out of 10. Playboi Carti. That's it.
Yeah. His fans can be a little
insane.
Yeah. It's giving Travis Scott vibes, those type of, like,
but crazier.
Yeah, but they are crazier.
Because they're vamps. Okay, they dress up as vampires. I'm not kidding. We've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I'm not one of them. It's a little far in my opinion, but you do you, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, we did see that crowd was pretty insane.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of the roughest crowds. And I'm pretty short, man. I was getting lost. I was practically attached to Lily the whole time because I'm like, if you lose me, I will probably be trampled. So.
Yeah, I almost got squashed. Yeah. I'm 5'10", and I almost got squashed in that crowd. But we made it out alive and heard some really good music.
Yes. So. All right. The moment we've all been waiting for.
Dun, 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 dun.
Number 1. This will not be surprising to Lily at all. Because this man has been my ride or die since about 8th grade. Logic. And you know, he's got some haters out there. A lot of people...
I might be one of them.
Yeah, Lily might be one of those haters. But he is so much more than what people think he is. At least in my opinion. I discovered him when I was in 8th grade, and I was going through a very terrible time in my life because of some family circumstances that we will not get into, because, girl, that's a long story. But I fell in love with his message, and, like, his music is so uplifting and positive, but yet at the same time, he is always telling a story with his songs, with his albums, and, like, he's all about peace, love, and positivity. Like, that's literally his slogan. Like, I don't know. I love that. And he's a hip-hop rap artist, if you didn't know. But I think the thing that I like the most is that every album is a story. Like, the incredible true story came out, and it's all about him looking for this planet that basically is like peace, love, and positivity. Like, they're looking for that planet, and the whole album is telling a story about, like, basically his struggles and like his struggles in life. And the same thing with Everybody. That's the album that I found him from, was Everybody. Well, actually, I found him from a YouTuber that I was watching that did, like, a little collab, and I was like, who is this guy? And then I found Everybody, and it's all about inclusion, and his most recognizable song is the 816. I don't know the actual number, but it's a suicide hotline.
Yeah.
And it's just like every song in that album had a meaning, whether it be equality or, you know, women's rights, suicide, any struggle, any mental health problem, like, he has tried to touch on and advocate for, and he's just a really, like, positive influence in my life. I feel like he drug me out of a time that was very dark and made me see the light. Aww. In a way. Yeah.
Wholesome.
He has a very, very special place in my heart. I listen to him every day.
Literally every day.
And I saw him in Dallas in June. Best experience of my life. Top tier moment. Like, it was a full circle moment. I hadn't seen him since I was in probably, like, the beginning of freshman year in high school. And so it had been about, like, 5 years since oh my God, words. Since I had seen him. And I was front row, literally right next to the stage. It was amazing. He knows how to put on a good show.
Yeah. I feel like when you see someone in person, it just creates the, like, love for their music even more. You're like, you're an actual human. Like, I idolize you. You know what I mean? When you see them, you're like, it's literally God.
Literally, I'm like, I was shaking in my boots. Like, girl.
I would be too. Me when I met One Direction. When I was like 10, shaking in my boots. Okay.
Ugh. Did you meet him? Did you meet them before? What's his name left? Who left first?
Zayn.
Yeah. Did you meet him before Zayn left?
No.
That's unfortunate.
I know. And I don't even want to think about it right now. Triggering topic. Zayn was my favorite. Side note.
Just so
One
everyone
Direction.
knows.
Oh.
Just so everyone knows, Lily is crying right now.
I am crying.
Might not sound like it, but
there's
she
a tear
is.
streaming. Oh, I can make it sound like it. I love One Direction.
Oh my god. Yeah. Well, rip. R.I.P. 1D. But
Forever in my heart.
Maybe it was meant to be.
I think it was because, listen, Harry Styles and Zayn are popping off right now.
They are. Who isn't Niall? Niall's on
America's Got Talent or something.
something like that, or The Voice.
One of those.
I think it's The Voice, the one where they like turn around.
This is the voice. Yep. Oh, I'm sure that sounded beautiful. You're welcome.
That sounded amazing, actually.
Whoa.
You should really sign yourself to a record deal. Like a record
Maybe
label.
Niall Horan will take me in.
Yes, you should go on The Voice, actually. I think
That would
it'd
be
really good.
embarrassing.
Bye. Okay. Let's get to
My number one.
yes.
Drum roll, please.
I can't really hear it.
We don't have any drums, but I'm going to go with Daniel Caesar.
Oh. Yeah.
And to anyone who's listening right now, if you haven't listened to Daniel Caesar, at least listen to one song. And the song being Get You.
Mm-hmm.
Because that is one of the most beautiful, if not the most beautiful song I've ever heard in my entire life. And I think I stumbled upon the song on Instagram quite some time ago. I can't tell you the year it came out, maybe around 2018 or something like that.
I have it pulled up. 2017.
See, I was pretty close.
Yep.
So I was in like middle school or something, but I remember seeing it and hearing it, and I was just like, wow, like I love this guy, you know? And Callie, how do you say her last name?
Uchis. That's how I say it.
She's in it. And if she wasn't in it, the song wouldn't be nearly as iconic. I love her as well, and
yes.
her voice is beautiful, and they just mesh perfectly together. So, I don't know, the rhythm of the song, the music, his voice, the lyrics, it all just is beautiful. And that's the case with all of his songs, in my opinion. Japanese Denim is probably his most popular song. Yeah. Everyone knows that song, but it's with good reason.
I also it's a good one. Mm-hmm. I also really like Best Part. I know that was really popular on TikTok, I think, a while ago. And I think you actually introduced me to him. Like, you showed me a lot of music because, girl, I was uncultured. Before I met Lily, I lived in a small town in the middle of nowhere, and I listened to mostly just, I don't even know, junk music that was, like, on the radio. Which, like, no offense, if you like music radio, or radio on the... music on the radio. You know, I can bop with some of them, too, every once in a while, but...
in a blue moon.
They're just so overplayed and can be a little annoying. And I don't know, I just really feel like until I met Lily, I didn't have the best music taste. Obviously, I still had, a little bit. Mm-hmm. But you have introduced me to quite a few artists. Like, I didn't know Don Toliver existed.
And that's just sad.
Yeah.
That is just sad. It's a sad world.
It really is. In the middle of nowhere, it's very sad.
We need to go over there and teach them our ways.
Girl.
Introduce them.
I really just don't think that's going to happen. One person at a time. You got to take one person out at a time and do that, because if you try to teach them all, they won't listen.
Culture shock.
No, literally.
A little bit too much.
Moving from that town was a culture shock. Girl, dude, let's go to our honorable mentions.
I'm excited for the honorable mentions.
To start off, Don Toliver was in my honorable mentions.
Yeah.
Because he was tied for number 3 with Pitbull.
Mm-hmm.
And we kind of already discussed him, so I don't think there's much to be said about him now. But Post Malone.
Oh, yes.
I really thought about putting him on my list.
I'm surprised you didn't.
You know, our relationship is more of a physical relationship.
To say the least.
I am attracted to that man, and that's all I've got to say. He is hot. And, a lot of people give me crap about that.
Including me.
But he is just so fine. The tattoos, he's tall, lanky. I'm a tall, lanky girl. I like...
Yeah, but, like, he's just, like, not... Posty, love you, okay? Mm-hmm. The physical aspect, I don't really see it, but I know he is a beautiful soul.
Yes, and that's another thing. Like, I feel like his personality adds to his attractiveness. He's so real. Like, one of my favorite things to watch is like him on Good Mythical Morning, because he just loves those guys, and he's genuinely a fan. And like everybody who's ever met him, any interview, like, he is a real person. Like, he's so genuine. He goes up to every single person, shakes their hand, introduces himself, has like, you know, a conversation. I feel like some celebrities just kind of don't do that.
Yeah.
They can be kind of entitled. And
Most
I feel like
don't.
he's very humble. He's very down to earth. That's also why I like Logic, because he's a very humble person.
Yeah.
Because he came from literally nothing. Like, and I think Post kind of did too.
Yeah. He's been through some struggles, seriously. And he shares them openly.
That's another thing. Like, he has struggled with addiction, and he sings about it. He talks about it. And, you know, that's something that's, like, commendable in itself. Because I feel like celebrities can be kind of not open to the public about that stuff.
Yeah.
And for him to admit it is just, like, I don't know, very, very humbling. So
I did see him in Chicago.
I'm jealous.
Saw Posty in Chicago, and he was so just open with his audience. Like, he was just talking to us, laughing with us. Like, I can see the hype, and I completely get it. So.
As for his music, there's, you know, obviously his old music I think is the best. Some of his new stuff it's all right. There's a few songs that I like, but yeah. That's it for my honorable mentions.
Well, my honorable mention is someone who I love dearly and who I'm questioning should even be an honorable mention. Maybe they should be at the top. This is no surprise. Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
I love you. I want to see you in person so bad. If you're listening, which you're not, I love you so dearly. And the song ADHD is beautiful. It is so slept on. If you haven't listened to it, just give it a try, because the lyrics are everything. The sound is everything, and it is one of his older ones, so not a lot of people know about it, like older ones. But and it's not even super relatable. It's not one of those songs that's like you listen to it and you're like, oh, that's so me. But it's like, oh, I get you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he comes from a different generation than I do. But I just look up to him so much. And he's also one of those people that came from nothing, that shares their story through their lyrics, and who is just so good at connecting with his audience. And I don't know, just being an inspiration, honestly, to everyone listening who has struggled with, I don't know, pretty much anything.
Yeah, I love him. He's truly iconic. He changed kind of the music game for his, you know, earlier songs and stuff. I think he had a really big influence on hip hop and rap. And like his style, I feel like, is pretty unique for that time. And like, I don't know. Somebody once described me as the song ADHD. And
shout out to him. We won't say his name, but we know who you are.
And I really, you know, I appreciate it, ? I don't know. I don't know if that's a compliment.
We'll take it as one.
Yeah, that's a good song, so I'll take it as a compliment.
So thank you.
Now, the least favorite.
Hate to end on a negative note, but
yeah,
we also love to be negative sometimes.
Yeah, do you want to go first?
Sure.
Okay.
Why not? Little bit of a warning. Okay. I know a lot of people love this man.
I think I know what you're going to say, and I'm about to be hurt.
I know people just really love his music, and also may his soul rest in peace. I think he is a beautiful human. However, his music, let me just rip off the Band-Aid.
Yeah.
Juice WRLD.
Yep. I knew it was coming.
Juice WRLD. I'm sorry, but there is not one song that I can listen to and just be like, wow, this is good.
That makes me like really sad.
I just can't. I think it's cringy. I think it's very corny.
Yeah.
And when the song Armed and Dangerous comes on, I shrivel up and die. Am I dramatic? Yes. But is that song one of the worst things I've ever heard? Probably.
When that song comes on in my car, Lily goes feral.
Scarlett might be the reason for it, actually.
You know, I used to listen to Arm and Dangerous a lot whenever you first met me. That Juice WRLD has always had a special place in my heart because he got me through sophomore year of high school, and that was a treacherous time for me. But I see your issue with him because he can be, you know, I don't listen to his music not nearly as much as I used to, but I still have an appreciation for it. And I will occasionally listen to some of his songs. But Armed and Dangerous and like, they are kind of cringy. It's giving 2018. And 2018 is kind of just a scary time for everybody, I think.
Very much agree with that. Okay.
So may he rest in peace. We love him. Beautiful. At least I love him. He's a beautiful soul. And he was very, I felt like he was pretty real too.
Yeah.
Very humble.
I agree. He is real. But the music, it's got to go.
Yeah. It's the end of an era.
It is the end of an era.
So, you know, I'm going to throw out my least favorite.
I'm excited.
And
I have no idea.
You know, I know a lot of people might be upset about this because he is pretty relevant and popular, but I just don't like any of his songs. I can't connect with them. I think they're annoying, and I hear them on the radio all day long. It is none other than The Weeknd.
Oh, let's talk about it.
Girl, that was a little loud.
That triggered something in me.
Yeah. Dang. See, it's just he's not. And after watching The Idol, if you haven't watched it, it's trigger warning. It's pretty. What's the word? Risque.
And terrifying.
Disturbing. And you know, I'll give him credit that he played his character very well. Like, he embodied that character maybe a little too much.
Because the character is him.
Exactly. That's what I gathered from watching that, is that he is, in fact, that main character. And it's just, he gives me icky vibes. Ever since he's existed, I've really, you know, I think there's maybe one song that I liked of his a long time ago. Like, when he was first becoming a thing. But I think that his music has changed and gone in a different direction, and I just don't really, I don't know, I just don't like it. I hear it on the radio every day. It's overplayed. I think he's a little overhyped. Like, I don't know. I just can't connect with his music at all. And then after seeing him in that light, I can literally never unsee it. And to me, I just always associate him with that, The Idol.
Yeah. It did kind of mess up his rep a little bit.
Yeah. And I know he's just acting.
But is he?
But exactly. Is he? He played that character so well that it was disturbing.
Yeah.
Like, and I just can't imagine. I don't know.
He never deserved Selena Gomez.
Oh, never. No, does anybody ever deserve Selena Gomez? No, she's amazing. Mm-mm.
If you do not stand Selena here, get out. Turn this off.
Get out.
There's the door. But I will say The Hills by The Weeknd. I do love that song. That's obviously an older one because his name has changed a lot in the past 5 years. Mm-hmm. And also his song with Ariana Grande, Love Me Harder.
Yeah.
Gotta love it. But I'll give it to Ari. She's the reason that song is a banger. So I can agree that The Weeknd is a little overhyped.
Mm-hmm. I appreciate his older music, but you know, the recent stuff, it's just not giving. It's really not.
It's not. I'm blinded by the lights.
No. And I don't think it helped either that we worked at, I think what really did it for us is that we worked at a trampoline park, and every day we heard the same 20 songs on repeat. And he happened to be about 20% of those songs. No, I'd honestly say like 50% of those songs were his. And so when you hear that every single day and you already are just not a fan, it's not it. It's
terrible.
Really not it. So I think that's all we have for you today. Thank you so much for joining us, guys. We will see you next time.
Thank you.
Bye.